إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد. طيب يا إخوان, last we spoke about urinating in the water which is stagnant. What's the ruling? It's not allowed.
You can't make wudu from that water. If it's under 60.5 liters.
Okay, so what's the ruling? What's the ruling of urinating in the stagnant water?
So if it's where people would sort of usually use it, then you're not, then you're not allowed.
Okay, and if they're not using it,
Then it is makruh.
makruh. Okay, Shaykh Ibn Taymiyyah said that if the water, stagnant water that you're urinating, if people are using that water, then it is haram because it's other, it is harmful to the others. But if the water is not used by anyone and if you urinate, it's makruh. طيب. What is next hadith we spoke about لا يغتسل أحدكم في الماء دائم وهو جنوب. None of you should make a bath in a stagnant water while in a state of junub. What if someone is not in junub but say can someone, same water can someone use? For example, menstruation, okay? Someone in menstruation, can they be, or after childbirth or something like that, can they use water like this for bathing? Can they go and bath?
Yes.
What do you think?
So what was the question about?
The question is not to have a bath in stagnant water when you're in a state of junub. But if someone is not in junub, so for example, after a woman after childbirth or something, or just after menstruation, okay, can they have a bath in there?
In the stagnant one.
Yeah.
Is menstruation not a state of janaba?
So it's not a state of janaba, it's only a state of janaba, yeah. State of janaba. Anyway, so if you're in janaba, they can't do it. Other than that, they can. طيب, okay. This tahrim, لا يبولن. Is it tahrim for haram or is it dislike? We covered that as well. What are the opinions? Who remembers? Go on.
Malikiya, they say it's nahi al-tahrim,
Mm.
and the Hanabila and the Shafi'iyya, they say it's nahi al-karaha. And then the other third opinion is if it's qullat, if it's qullatayn, and if the color changes or the smell of the taste, then it
Yes,
becomes
haram.
haram.
So it is a khilaf on this tahrim. Some took it as a tahrim, literal meaning, okay? This haram, the Hanabila and those apparent, the literal la yabulanna is haram. Some say it's makruh, okay? The third one is that it's tafsil. If there's a lot of water, it's makruh. If it's less water, it is haram because most likely you're going to change the color and taste. So this is more clear. So I gave example back in my country, pond. Pond is a big pond. Yeah, pond is a lot of water there. If someone to urinate there, the color will not taste, smell will not taste, taste will not change. So it's still pure. Okay. So if it's qullatayn, 160 liter of water, that's approximately that's what qullatayn is. If it's less than qullatayn, okay, then it will become impure. The hadith says, إذا كان الماء لا ينجس إذا كان يحمل قلتين. The water doesn't become impure if he has less than qullatain. If he has qullatain. But less than qullatain, which is 160 liters of water, it will become impure. So that's the khilaf between the scholars to urinate in a stagnant water. Okay, so if it's a lot of water, la ba's. If it's less water, then less than qullatain, it will become impure. The important thing is that no one should urinate in a stagnant water where people are using that water as well. What if it's running water? Can you urinate there?
No.
Why?
Because it's flowing, not stagnant.
So what's wrong with that? It's good, isn't it? If you go on.
If it's flowing water, it's not stagnant, you get in the tank.
You can, yeah, you can. So if it's flowing, if you urinate, it's going to go. It's going to move away. Alhamdulillah. Then next hadith we spoke about dog. Dog is it pure, impure? Okay? Impure. Okay. We're going to do a bit more. We're going to do more. I'm going to add a bit more, inshallah, on this. You think it's impure, yeah? What's the evidence? Do you mean impure saliva and the hair, or just the...
Like you're not supposed to have dogs in the house.
No, I'm not talking about having a dog or owning a dog. I'm just saying dog itself, generally, is it pure or impure?
Impure.
We gave two opinions. Do you remember, inshallah?
Yeah, some say that the saliva is impure, but the actual dog itself is not.
Okay, that's one opinion. Then two more. Give me one, inshallah.
I think the Malikiya says the dog is pure,
Pure.
and the last one was that saliva itself is impure, but the dog itself, it would be fine. But if it's like sweaty and stuff, then you should like...
And the third opinion, the whole dog is impure. Okay, we'll cover this, inshallah. Yeah. طيب. I just want to add that bit more, inshallah. So let me go through this. So Bismillah. So first of all, the hadith we spoke about the water. Yeah. Regarding the categories of water, scholars have different of opinion. They divide into three categories, three groups of people, three groups of scholars. According to the Hanafiya, Malikiya, Shafi'i, or Hanabila, they say the water are three categories. They say it is tahir, tuhur, wa najas. Okay, so they say that tahir is the water which is mixed with substance, pure substance, but you can't use it for anything else. Okay, wudu and things like that. But you can use it for cleaning utensils and having a bath, things like that. Tahur is the pure water, which is the original state is pure. No, the smell hasn't tasted, the color hasn't tasted, the color hasn't tasted. All of this is pure. So that's tahur. Najas is mixed with impure, isn't it? That's one group of scholars who categorize the water. Some categorize, like Ibn Uthaymeen, Sheikh bin Baz, Sheikh al-Islam, the water is tahur and najas. That's it. You can't use the word tahir, according to Ibn Taymiyyah, is not allowed, because Allah Azza wa Jal and Messenger used the word tahur in the Quran and Sunnah. And in the Quran Allah said, وَأَنزَلَّ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ مَاءً طَهُورًا, that we have revealed water, we sent down water from the heaven, tahura, pure. The word tahur is used. In the hadith, إِنَّ الْمَاءَ طَهُور لَا يُنَجِّسُهُ شَيْءٍ. The water is tahur, nothing make it impure. So the word tahur should be used for water, not tahir. This is what Ibn Taymiyyah said, and other scholars. That's one of the categories. They divide into two categories. Tahur and najas. Najas is water which is mixed with impure substance. The third one, which I feel more easy for me, is the reality of it, is that they say tahir, tahur and najas. And they say tahir are two types. Tahir linafsihi wa li ghayrihi, that it is pure itself and in a purifier. Okay, so you go tap water. That's tahir itself. You can drink, you can wash, you can make wudu as well. That's That's what it means. Tahir itself, and it can purify itself, make wudu, everything. That's one. Tahir, another type is Tahir لنفسه ولغيره, that it is pure itself, but it can't purify it, like make wudu. So you go water, tap water, you cleaning your pots and pans, you put some liquid there. The water is pure, okay, because it's mixed with pure substance, but you can't make wudu with the water. It cannot purify you. Understand? So that's tahir, two types, okay? And tahur is normal water, which we eat, drink and make wudu, okay? And the last one is najas, water which is najas mixed with impure. But we said the original basic principle is that the original state of water is pure all the time. Anyway, water is pure. Unless it's mixed with impure, becomes impure. Okay, so these are some of the scholars divided the waters. Some 2, some 3, like that. So, because in the Quran Sunnah, Allah and Messenger never said water is like this. Scholars derived it from the Quran Sunnah. Okay, they did istinbat and they came to the conclusion. The third one I feel more comfortable, which is in reality, that's what it is. If you make tea with water, isn't it? You mix all the milk and everything. Is this water impure? No, it's tahir, isn't it? But can you make wudu? No. Like this. So that's the I wanted to mention. I forgot last week. So these are the categories of water scholars have mentioned. You can. Which water?
Yeah.
Okay, the first category you mean? Okay, the first category we says, can we leave it at the end? Yeah, inshallah. طيب. So we've done this one now, inshallah. Next, we'll go to the next hadith. I want to add a bit more regarding a dog. Okay, regarding dog being impure or pure. The Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah, he categorized regarding the dog, is it pure, impure, into 3 categories. Okay, first opinion is that dog is pure. The hair and the saliva is pure. And this is according to Imam Malik and Imam Zuhri. The dog pure in totality. And the ayah they use in the Quran, Surah Ma'idah, you know, Allah talks about what Allah made halal, what He made tayyibat. Then He mentioned about hunting dog, the food, the prey they get you, that's pure as well. So the ayah is فَكُلُوا مِمَّا أَمْسَكْنَا عَلَيْكُمْ. Okay, Surah Ma'idah ayah 4. So eat of that which they catch for you. You know, you have a hunting dog, you train the dog to bring the prey, that's it. And he brings it to you, yeah? So Tafasil Imam Sa'di rahimahullah, he says, I don't know what his opinion, but he mentioned that they use this ayah to say the dog is pure. Because Allah never says, wash the saliva. Eat from it. Eat from it. But you're going to wash it anyway. So they use literally the ayah to say that the dog is pure. Also in Musannaf of Ibn Abi Shayba or Abdul Razzaq Sana'ani, one of the Musannaf, he says that in the time of Prophet ﷺ, in the Masjid al-Nabawi, dog was coming in and out. It was coming in and out. They never washed it. Okay, so they use this adillah to say dog is pure. Okay, the next opinion Shaykh al-Islam brings is that the dog saliva is impure, but the dog hair and all that is pure. The hadith of this hadith in the bab, in the chapter we are covering, إذا شرب الكلب في إناء أحدكم فليغسل سبعة. Okay, that if dog were to lick on your utensil, wash it 7 times. Okay, so the scholars have said that nafan in the text it says the saliva. It doesn't talk about the hair, and I follow that opinion that it says the saliva. The saliva is impure, not the hair. Shaykh Ibn Uthaymeen says that if the dog were to touch you, the hair is not wet, it's dry, it's okay. If he touches you, because it's sweat, it can carry bacteria and things like that, then wash it 7 times. But here just put it in the washing machine, wash it up. Yeah. So the saliva, Ibn Daqiq al-Eid also mentioned that, the text mentioned the saliva. So saliva is impure, that's why you wash it 7 times, not the hair. If it's dry, it's okay. So that's the second opinion. And the third opinion, I think they said that the dog is impure because the fact Allah Rasulullah said wash it 7 times, that means the dog is impure. Everything, the saliva and the hair, everything. So these are 3 categories Shaykh al-Islam mentioned in Majmul Fatawa. Okay, so we're living in a society. I mean, if a dog were to touch you, realistically, and if a dog is dry, then don't worry about it. If it's wet, then wash it, inshallah. But saliva, definitely you have to wash it. So this is a khilaf but between the ulama. طيب, can we have a dog? Can we have a dog? Can we own a dog? Okay, so the hadith in Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, hadith that said that Prophet ﷺ said, من اتخذ كلبا إلا لمشي والصيد أو زرع يقتصر منه كل يوم أجر قراط وفي رواية قراطان. That whoever has a dog, whoever takes a dog other than a walking dog, a hunting dog, a zar', a farm dog, to look after your farm, whatever, to guard you, okay? If he doesn't have a dog other than that, then every day, 1 mountain of good deed will be removed from him. Another said 2 mountains, great mountain. So it shows the threat of it, the threat of having a dog. Some scholars have said that you can have a guard dog because it's a haja, it's a need. You can have it. Some of the Salaf had a hard guard dog. Nothing wrong with that, inshallah. But other than these, walking dog, someone is blind, or need a dog to walk. Maybe the haja is a need. Then it's allowed. But people like us or anyone don't need a dog, living in a country, you're young, then it's haram. You can't, because why is haram? Because the reward will be removed from you. 1 mountain of reward has been removed from you. It shows the wrath of Allah. Alhamdulillah. One of the great Imam al-Aini, okay, he is a Hanafi scholar. He did a Sharh of Sahih al-Bukhari called al-Umda. He explained this qirat or qiratan. Such reward be removed from you. He said 2 mountains is removed from you, the reward, because you are living in a town or village where you don't really need a dog. You're having a dog. Okay? So the ajr is more ajr is taken from you. But if someone lives on outskirts, in a wadi, in a valley, where he needs more dog for need, more haja for him, more need for him to have a dog, then yes, still reward be taken from him, but lesser. Okay? So qiratan is huge reward are removed from that person because of his having a dog. Okay, so these are the khilaf between the scholars regarding having a dog. So no doubt you can have it for these 4 usages: walking, hunting dog, but you have to teach the dog. Okay, you have to train them so he doesn't eat. If he eats the animal, you can't eat it. But if he just bites it and bring it to you, then you can eat it. So these are the khilaf. طيب, let's go to the chapter, inshallah. The chapter is Al-Hadith Al-Sabi', Hadith al-Wudu. طيب. عن حمران مولى عثمان بن عفان أنه رأى عثمان دعا بوضوء فأفرغ على يديه من إنائه فغسلهما 3 مرات ثم أدخل يمينه في الوضوء ثم تمضمض ثم استنشق ثم استنثر ثم غسل وجهه 3 ويديه إلى مرفقين 3 ثم مسح برأسه ثم غسل كلتا رجليه 3 ثم قال رأيت النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم توضأ نحو وضوئي هذا. Okay, now here Hadith Humran Mawla means slave of Uthman bin Affan radiallahu anhu. So Humran is a tabi'i. He's narrating the hadith that Uthman, he called for water. So he poured the water on his hand from the container 3 times. So he washed his palm. Now washing this is sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. It's not wajib. There's a hadith Aus bin Aus Thaqafi radiallahu anhu, he said, رأيت رسول الله يتوضأ واستوكف ثلاثا. That I saw Rasulullah made wudu and he washed his palm 3 times. It's sunnah to wash your palm. Okay? Kaf is not wajib because it doesn't mention in the Quran. So it's sunnah to wash that. But it is wajib to wash it when you wake up from sleep. Okay? And Ibn Qudam also mentioned this is not wajib, it's only when you wake up. But other than that, it's sunnah to do it in wudu. So Prophet Uthman radiallahu anhu, he washes 3 times. ثم أدخل يمينه, then he entered his right hand in the water. Then he did madmada. Madmada is to gargle. وإستنشق, he put the water in the nose. وإستنثر, and he basically sent the water out. ثم غسل وجهه, then Uthman radiallahu anhu, he washed his face 3 times and his hand to the elbow 3 times. Then he wiped his head. Okay, wiped his head. Then he washed his 2 feet 3 times. Then he said, this is the wudu Prophet I saw. Well, let's go over the hadith. First of all, Uthman radiallahu anhu, he's a Sahabi radiallahu anhu. He is one of the Khalifa, 3rd Khalifa of the Muslimin. He is known as one of the persons who granted Jannah. He is known as Dhul Nurain because he married 2 daughters of the Prophet ﷺ. So first he married Ruqayya, she died, radiallahu anha. Then he married Kulthum, the second one. So he is known as Dhul Nurain. And Uthman radiallahu anhu is a Khalifa, and he died as a Shaheed. Prophet prophesied for that. So Uthman radiallahu anhu, this is a hadith in front of us. What do we learn from this hadith, my brothers? The hadith is teaching us about wudu, how to make wudu. And this is one of the greatest hadiths that we go back to for wudu. So if someone wants to talk to you about wudu, they go to Uthman hadith. And there are many other hadiths or narrated by other Sahabas were similar to this. Okay, like Uthman, hadith of Ali, Abdullah ibn Abbas, Abdullah ibn Abi Auf, Salma bin Arka, Salma bin Akwa. Yeah, these are the Sahabas, they narrated hadith where they describe the wudu of the Prophet ﷺ. Okay, so this hadith teaches us how to make wudu. Now, what are the benefits we take from this hadith? Okay, some of the benefits, my brothers. Okay, so the benefit we can take from this hadith, first of all, what the people, they asked Uthman to show how to make wudu. So shows the harf, the eager of the companion to learn how to make wudu. They want to know how Prophet made the wudu. They want to learn. Subhanallah, mashallah, they have this eager, and they want to make according to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Uthman said, bring the water, I will show you how Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam made wudu. And he did not, when they came to him and they asked him how to make wudu, he just, okay, sit down, I'm going to narrate to you now how to make wudu. He said, no, bring the water, I will show you. Because the ulama says that showing practically is better than speaking. Because if you were to speak, they might misunderstand. He might use word that they might not understand him. So they might miss something very important. So he said, I'm going to show you how to make wudu. Physically, I'm going to show you. So bring the water. So they put the water and he physically showed how to make wudu. Also, Abdullah bin Zayd, Abdullah bin Abbas, Ali, they all showed how to make wudu. And this is one of the ibadah was practically shown how to make wudu. Okay, so first benefit is that the harf of the Sahaba, the eagerness that they had to learn the deen of Allah Azza wa Jal. Okay, second one benefit is that we go to the ulama. This is another benefit of thinking about the hadith. Second benefit is that going back to ulama. Now, these people did not go to anyone. They went to Uthman, one of the Ashara Mubashara bil Jannah, one of the scholars of the Sahabas, one of the son-in-law of Prophet ﷺ, someone loved by Allah and His Messenger. So someone has the knowledge of the deen. This shows that when you have a question, you go to the alim. And it is haqq of the public to ask the alim and for alim to clarify the question that he's asking. So they came to Uthman, they're asking about how to make wudu. He didn't know, I'm not going to show you today. He said, bring it, I'll show you how to make wudu. They want to learn. He's a Khalifa. I don't know if he was time Prophet was alive or not, Allah Alam, but maybe it was in his time of his Khilafah. So Uthman showed them how to make wudu. So the point is we have to go to the Ahlul Ilm, not a layman. We have to ask ulama for any issues. And they asked one of the best creation of Allah Azza wa Jal, Uthman. That's the second benefit. The third benefit, my brothers, is that there's a hadith the ulama have mentioned when they will teach a group of people hadith or anything like that. And this is the hadith they say, Sheikh Saleh mentioned it when he was explaining Kashf al-Shubuhat. And it was amazing that he said that hadith Abdullah bin Amr radiallahu anhu in Sunan Abu Dawud and Tirmidhi. Hadith is authentic. The hadith says that Ar-Rahimun yarhamuhumur Rahman. Irhamu man fil ard yarhamukum man fis sama. That those who show mercy, okay, Allah will show mercy to them. So be merciful to the one in the earth, then the one above the throne, Allah Ar-Rahman, will be merciful to you. So the ulama, they use this hadith, explain that when you teach hadith or the deen, when you learn and when you teach, when you preach, this is showing mercy to the creation. So irham man fil ard. One of the way to show mercy to the creation, teach them the deen of Allah Azza wa Jal. And learning is part of that as well, because you're learning to learn the haqq so you can worship Allah upon clarity. You're learning so you can remove your ignorance from yourself and you can benefit the others. So the teacher and the student, they fall under this rahmah. Okay, so that's a benefit as well. So in this case, Uthman radiallahu anhu, when he was teaching them the wudu, it's learning, isn't it? So he's being merciful to the creation, teaching them how to make wudu in a way that Allah wants them to. So this shows the rahmah in that. Also the benefit is that so these are some of the benefit. I've covered it as well because Uthman showed in action, not in speech. So this is more clear for everyone. So these are some of the benefit of this hadith. Now, what does wudu mean? When we talk about wudu, what does it mean? The word wudu came from wada'ah, al-wada'atu, okay, which mean nidafa, clean, or it means nadara, which mean glowing, bright, or husn, or beautiful, because these words represent wudu. Why? Because wudu, when you make wudu, it brightens you, it cleans you. Okay, Allah said in the hadith of Prophet ﷺ that Inna ummati yud'auna yawm al-qiyamati ghurra muhajjilin min athari wudu, that my ummah will be called yawm al-qiyamah when the face will be glowing from wudu. So wudu is from the wada'a, which means glowing, shining. So when we pray and we make wudu, yawm al-qiyamah, the limbs of the body will be glowing, will be shining. And actually this is the reason, one of the reasons being is that Prophet ﷺ will recognize us through that shining. That's what wudu means. And it's derived from wada'a. Wada'a. That's what it means. That's a linguistic meaning. What does shar'an, what does it mean? Shar'an, it means أن الوضوء هو تعبد لله بغسل أعضاء مخصوصة والمسح على الرأس على وجه المخصوصة. That's what it means. Okay, التعبد لله بغسل أعضاء مخصوصة على صفة المخصوصة ومسح على رأسه على وجه المخصوصة. What it means is that wudu is the worship to Allah. First of all, it's worship, isn't it? Because Allah commands us to make wudu. Rasulullah commanded us to make wudu. So one is the command of Allah, the Messenger, is ibadah. That's one. بغسل أعضاء المخصوصة. بغسل أعضاء. أعضاء is the limbs. Specific limbs. You can't just wash anything and go and stand in the front of Allah and wash whatever I want. No. Specific limbs of your body you have to wash in specific manner. Okay? And the last one, and wiping the head, you add wiping as well, because you don't wash your head. Wiping your head in a specific manner as well. So you can't just do this. It's not going to be work. It's ibadah. So you have to wipe your head according to the hadith. And we're going to cover this, how to wipe your head. Okay? So this is the definition of wudu. The scholar have mentioned. طيب? So this is the hadith we're going to cover today, inshallah. The hadith of wudu. Next level is the next thing we're going to talk about. The tartib of wudu. Tartib. In order. Now, some of the scholars have said, you don't have to make wudu in the order. Okay, so you can make any order, will be sufficient. Some scholars, and they use the ayah in the Quran, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا إِذَا قُمْتُم مِنَ الصَّلَاةِ فَاغْسِلُوا وُجُوهَكُمْ وَأَيْدِيَكُمْ إِلَى الْمَرَافِقِ. To the end of the ayah. But it's because, the reason they're saying is because of the grammar in there. Okay, so what is the grammar? Allah used the word, the letter wow. Okay, what does wow mean? It's not tartib. So if I say to you, brothers, are they upstairs as well? Okay, so I don't want to, then I can put it back. Anyway, so if I say Ja'a Zaydun wa Amrun, the Arab knows what I'm talking about. Brothers who don't speak Arabic. Zayd and Amr came. Because I use the wow, it could mean that Zayd came first or Amr came first. Could be any order. It doesn't mean Zayd came first, then Amr came. La. Could be any one of them came. Wow is just there. They came. Who came first, who came last, we don't know. So they say that when Allah said, فَاغْسِلُوا وُجُوهَكُمْ وَأَيْدِيَكُمْ إِلَى الْمَرَافِقِ, Allah is wow means that any order. You can do any order. It doesn't mean you have to do this first. La. Any order. And when the Arabi came, Bedouin came to Prophet and said, and asked him, how do you make wudu? He said, تَوَضَّأْ كَمَا أَمَرَكَ اللَّهِ. Make wudu the way Allah commanded you to make wudu, which is the Quran. So Prophet didn't say, he just showed him how to make wudu, he just followed the Quran. That's any order you can make. But this is the weak, very few opinions, they follow this. But Jumhur says, la, you need tartib in wudu. So what do they say? They say, okay, we said Sunnah explain the Quran. Okay? If you look at the hadith of the Prophet Uthman and other hadith of Ibn Abbas in Bukhari, okay, it used thumma. So what does thumma mean? Tartib. If I say Ja'a Zaydun thumma Amrun, means Zayd came first, then Amr came. In order. So this hadith we read, thumma is there. Thumma is mentioned. Okay? And all the hadith you see the Prophet ﷺ did that in this order. He never broke the order. Okay? So if someone were to make wudu and don't do the order they're supposed to do, then the wudu will not be accepted. It will be nullified. And they have to make the order in the order we are doing. Alhamdulillah, we will make the order anyway. So the last opinion we said you can do any order. La, you have to follow this order we are talking about. Now in the Quran, Allah did not mention about the palm. Because it's sunnah. It's not wajib. What is in the Quran, it is wajib. You have to follow that order. Okay? As for the palm, it is sunnah. And if someone were to start from the face, no, then, it doesn't do that. It will still valid, inshallah. Tayyib. So these are the pattern we follow when we make wudu. Okay, now let's go into the hadith. We explain what is wudu, linguistically, shara'an. We mentioned you have to be in order. Without this order, you can't make wudu. So, Uthman radiallahu anhu, he called for the water. Now the word wudu with fatha mean water. With dhamma mean the action. Wudu and wudu. Remember that. So, wudu is water. He called for water. Sheikh Shanqiti says that this is isti'ana bil khalq. Isti'ana bil khalq. You seeking aid through the creation. So Sheikh Shanqiti said, because he was front, he's qadir, and he's able to help you, it's okay. I didn't realize that one. So, isn't it? He called for water. You make isti'ana. What does isti'ana mean? Talabul aun fil khair. Seeking aid, support in something which is good. Dunya and akhirah. If you say, Allah guide me, Allah forgive me, this is, you're making isti'ana in something which is good. So, he's making isti'ana with the creation because he was in front of him. And he can hear, he can benefit, he can able to help him. So, he did that. So, he's allowed. So he put the water, he got the water, فَأَفْرَغَ عَلَىٰ يَدَيْهِ mean he poured water on his hand, okay? Which means he washed his palm, okay? Now the hadith says Prophet did that. I sunnah. And he did that 3 times. He did that 3 times. ثُمَّ أَدْخَلَ يَمِينَهُ فِي الْوَضُوءِ Then he entered his right hand in his wudu, in the water. ثُمَّ تَمَضْمَضَ We covered it, but let's go over it again. Now here, tamadmada is what? Madmada is wajib, which is madmada in lughat al-ma'na taharruk. Madmada linguistically means movement, moving. So the ulama says, idaratul ma fil fam, to move the water in your mouth. Okay? Why is called that? Because a slave, when he makes wudu, when he put the water inside the mouth, he need to make the water move inside the mouth. If he doesn't, then he hasn't done madmada. And his wudu will be accepted. So they say, I mentioned that before, madmadatil hayyatu fi juhriha, meaning that a snake was moving inside his hole. Madmada is to move. So making water move in your mouth is something wajib, you have to. What if someone were to, he did that, he swallowed it? The Shaykh brings benefit. It's not to know with that. Because you've fulfilled the goal, which is you've made the water go round. Some said, la, you have to spit it out. Part of madmada is to spit out. But this is not okay, because madmada is not to spit out. Madmada is just to make the water go around your mouth. And if you drink it because you're thirsty, then no problem. But it's not normal, people spit it out anyway. Ibn Qudama says, إذا أدار الماء في فمه فهو مخير بين المجه وبلعه. That one slave of Allah, he moved the water in his mouth, he has a choice of spitting it out or drinking it. Okay? This is Mughni, Ibn Qudama mentioned. So you can do either way, inshallah. So madmada, my brothers, is to make the water go inside your mouth. And then he said, ثُمَّ تَمَضْمَدَ وَاسْتَنْشَقَ وَاسْتَنْثَرَ. Now here, together. So when you do madmada and istinshaq, you have to be together. Okay, not separate. Separating is not from the sunnah. The hadith is there. Talha bin Musarraf or something. The hadith is weak. The Prophet said when he made wudu, he took water for madmada and he took water separate for the nose. This hadith is weak. The sunnah is that he did it one go, mouth and the nose. So madmada and istinshaq. Okay, so istinshaq is what? Madmada also there is a hadith. إذا توضأ فمضمد. If you make wudu, do madmada. It's order. We have to do madmada. Now istinshaq is to take the water in. Okay, that's istinshaq. And istinshaq is wajib, as we covered in the hadith. إذا توضأ فليستنشق بمنخره من الماء. Then let him make istinshaq, putting water into his nose. Okay. Another hadith says, "Man tawadda falyastanshik." Whoever makes wudu, let him make istinshaq, which is the command in the hadith of Prophet ﷺ. So we have to take the water in, okay, which is istinshaq. Wastanthara, then let him sniff it out. Let him sniff it out, which is also the hadith we covered. The hadith Abu radiallahu anhu, "Man tawadda فَلْيَجْعَلْ فِي أَنْفِهِ مَاءً ثُمَّ لِيَنْتَثِرْ." When you make wudu, let him put water in his nose, which is istinshaq. ثُمَّ لِيَنْتَثِرْ. That's tartib. Then let him blow it. Let him sniff it out, inshallah. Now when we do madmada, istinshaq, istinthar, when we put the water inside, we put it with the right hand. Because anything good, we do with the right. If someone were to make wudu and he start with the left, the wudu is still valid, but he's gone against the hadith. Hadith of Aisha, will cover it inshallah, that كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يعجبه تيمم في تنعله وترجله وطهوره وفي شأن كله. The hadith says that the Prophet ﷺ is to like doing things with the right hand. Okay? When he's going to ride in beast, he'll go from the right. When he's combing his hair, will be from the right. Parting the hair will be from the right. Okay? And وفي الطهور, and in cleaning himself, making wudu, things like that. So we start with the right, inshallah, not with the left. As I said, the scholar said, they won't break your wudu, but we should do things with the right hand. طيب? So we take the water with the right, we sniff with the left. Okay? We sniff with the left. So istinthar is sniffing the water out. So madmada, wastanshaqa, wastanthara, these are all part of the mouth and the nose. And so when Allah said in the Quran, فَاغْسِلُوا وُجُوهَكُمْ, that means you wash your face plus madmada istinshaq, the part of your face. But some say it's no wajib, you don't have to do istinshaq, because Allah never mentioned in the Quran. But hadith, Prophet done it, he never left it, and he commanded as well. And also the nose and mouth, the part of your face as well. I was saying to somebody, if you draw a circle, would you say this is a face? He said no. Why? Because no nose and the mouth there. So to make a mouth, you have to have a face and the nose in there, otherwise it wouldn't be a mouth. طيب. So we've understood madmada, istinshaq wa istinthar, they're wajib. ثم غسل وجهه ثلاثة. Okay, this hadith mentioned 3 times. Other hadith said 1 as well. You can do 1, 2, 3. More than 3, la yajuz. Wudu won't be accepted. Prophet is a dhulm. Okay. Now, ثم غسل وجهه ثلاثا. Then he washed his face 3 times. Now, if someone has a thick beard, you will need more than 1. You definitely need 3 of them. Okay. So, what is the face? What is the definition of face? This is face. All this is face. Okay. So any hair under your jaw, this is not face, so you don't have to wash that. It's also only what's on the face. Any hair there, you have to wash it. Now, Ibn Qudama in Mughni, he mentioned that if your beard is very thick, then you don't have to do takhlil. We're going to cover this. If your beard is because it's too much hair, Allah's burden is more than you can bear. But if you got thin beard, very thin, then you make sure your hair, water touch the skin, because you are able to do that. Okay? So you wash your face, okay, 3 times. So that's simple anyway. Alhamdulillah. وَيَدَيْهِ إِلَى الْمِرْفَقَيْنِ ثَلَاثًا. Then let him wash his hand up to the mirfaq. This mirfaq is the elbow here. So when you wash it, make sure you wash it here as well. It's easy to abandon this. You just wash it there and you forgot to wash this. Like the Ka'ab. You can leave that as well. This is something, so make sure you rub it properly. Make sure your elbow is washed properly. Wash it bit above the elbow. So, it's safe, inshallah. So, what is after that? ثُمَّ مَسَحَ بِرَأْسِهِ. Okay, now, this is another one. ثُمَّ مَسَحَ بِرَأْسِهِ. Okay, then he wiped his head. He didn't say ثُمَّ مَسَحَ رَأْسَهُ بِرَأْسِهِ. So the ulama said, be min ta'bid. Some of his head. But do you know Ibn Umar? He did mask like this. It's in Mughni, Ibn Qudama. Like this. Sufyan al-Thawri, al-Awza'i, Shafi'i. It's allowed. Okay, Aisha. The Prophet did, Aisha did it like this. Uthman did it like this. Not the whole head. Because they say, ba is tab'id. So they say, masa'tu. If I say masahtu ra'si, I wiped his head, I wiped my head, that means all of it. If I say masahtu bi ra'si, I wiped my head, the ba here means some of it. So Allah used the ba, famsahu bi ru'usikum. So the ba means tab'id. Some of the opinion they've taken it. Okay? So they say you don't have to wipe all your head. So that's one of the opinion. The second opinion is that no, you have to wipe all your head. How do we refute that? We say, look at the hadith of the hadith that the Prophet Abdullah bin Zayd, they teach you the hadith of Prophet which we're going to cover. A man came to him and said, Ya Abdullah bin Zayd, can you teach us how to make wudu? The way Prophet made. He said, of course I can show you. Give me the bucket of water, I'll show you how to make it. And he showed them. And you know, when he came to the head, he said, he said, بدأ بمقدم رأسه حتى ذهب بهما إلى قفاه ثم رد بهما إلى مكان الذي بدأ منه. So he said, he started from the top of the front of his head, he went back of his head, and he came back where he started from. This is what Prophet did, he said, and this is how Prophet ﷺ did it. So the hadith shows clearly Ra's. Okay? So this, okay, opinion are there, but we're giving hadith of Prophet ﷺ. And that's the opinion of Sufyan al-Thawri, Imam Shafi, al-Awza'i, the great Imam. Okay? These are the opinion. But when you look at the hadith, he actually showed how Prophet did it. That he wiped his hair from beginning to end like this. Okay? That's the way to do the masah. ثم مسح برأسه ثم غسل كلتا رجليه ثلاثة. Then he washed his feet 3 times. Now when we wash our feet, inshallah, should be washed above the ankle. Okay? We should wash it above the ankle. As we know the hadith of Prophet ﷺ, that وَلِلْ أَعْقَابِ مِنَ النَّارِ, or to the ankle of the hellfire. Those who washed their ankle did not wash it properly, and this was a threat, and this is a major sin. So when we wash our rijl, our feet, inshallah, make sure you wash the ankle above the ankle, inshallah, and you wash it 3 times. Well, you just pour the water, isn't it? Make sure it's washed properly. Then he said, ثم قال رأيت نبيا توضأ نحو وضوء هذا. Then he said, I saw a messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam made same type of wudu the way I made. So basically, he saw the wudu of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam as he showed. So here Sheikh Bassam rahimahullah, وقد اتفق العلماء على وجوب المسح رأس. The scholars have agreed that wiping over the head is wajib. واتفقوا أيضا على استحباب المسح جميعا لكن اختلفوا. So also they've agreed that it's recommended to wipe all of it, but they've differed. هل يجزي مسح بعض أو لا بد من مسح كلها. So he said that is it okay to do some of it or all of it you have to do. So I just want to mention them, so inshallah. Sheikh Bassam said that فذهب الثوري والأوزاعي وأبو حنيفة والشافعي إلى جواز الاقتصار على بعضه على اختلاف في القدر مجزي منه. So he said that the opinion Sufyan al-Thawri and Awza'i and Abu Hanifa and Shafi, they said that it is allowed to restrict yourself just wiping some of your head. These are the scholars: Sufyan al-Thawri, al-Awza'i, Abu Hanifa, Shafi'i. ذهب مالك وأحمد إلى وجوب استيعاب كلها. Imam Malik says, Imam Ahmad said that you have to wipe all your head, because the hadith clearly shows that. Abdullah bin Zayd, وَامْسَحُوا بِرُؤُوسِكُمْ, and wipe your head. The ba here doesn't mean tab'id. He said على أن الباء لتبعيد بما رأى مسلم عن المغيرة بلفظ وأن صلى الله عليه وسلم توضأ فمسح بنصيحتي وعلى عمامتي. So here he said that the ba is for tab'id, which is narrated by Muslim وعن المغيرة بلفظ, and the Mughira narrated the hadith. Tab'id means some of it. The Prophet ﷺ, he made wudu and he wiped binasihati. Nasihati above he's here basically, here, and then he wiped on the imama. Okay. واستدلوا موجبون لمسح كلها بأحاديث كثيرة. As this is one opinion. Those who say you have to wipe all your head, the dalil they use is the hadith of Prophet Abdullah bin Zayd, مسح رأسه بيده فأقبل بهما أضبر. Okay, that he wiped his head, he went from the front, went to the back, and then I've showed you, that's the hadith of Abdullah bin Zayd. They use the hadith to say this little hadith. The Prophet ﷺ did it the way I showed you. So we should wipe the whole head, not some of it. So my brothers, so Ibn Qayyim says, لم يصح في حديث واحد أنه يقتصر على مسح بعض الرأس البتة. Ibn Qayyim said that there's no authentic hadith that you should wipe some of your head. There's no authentic hadith, Ibn al-Qayyim says. So we have to wipe all of our head, not some of it. طيب. Now another mas'ala I want to talk about is tikrarul masah. Can we do mas? Repeat it. Ibn Qudama said, لا يثن تكرار المسح رأس. It's no sunnah to wipe your head, repeating it. Okay, so like this. There's no sunnah in that. And the hadith which are there are weak hadith, as Ibn al-Qayyim mentioned as well. Tikrarul mas, repeating your mas. Okay, a lot of people they do it like this. It's not from the sunnah. You do once only. Once the mas. Tikrar. So don't repeat your mas, inshallah. It's all weak. Because the hadith that narrated by the Uthman, Abdullah bin Abbas, Abdullah bin Zayd, Abdullah bin Ibn Abi Auf, Salma bin al-Aqwa', and Ali, all of the hadith that they narrated, okay, they narrated the Prophet did mas once. When we say once, that's once. But if you do this, then again, repeating it. So thus you can do that. That's that double is not, it's not from the sunnah to do that, tikrar. So my brothers, we covered the hadith. So I hope you understand the wudu now, inshallah, and clear for most of the brothers. Any questions, inshallah, I will take that, and we'll take the next hadith next week. Jazakumullah khair. Go on, Akhi.
What about is that wajib as well?
Okay. It's good, mashallah. When we wipe our head, okay, we have to do the 2 ears. Udhunan. The hadith said, wal udhunan min al-ra's. The ears are from your head. So when you wipe it, you have to do the ear as well. I can't show it to the sister, but when you do this, see this side here, you do that. Yeah. That and that. You don't put your in it, a lot of people do that. The neck is not from the sunnah. You don't wipe your neck. It's bid'ah. It's hadith mawdu'. Okay, so the udhunan is from the head. You do the udhunan. Yeah. The 2 ears.
You know, like the socks, we have masah. If we wear a hat, then we need to do, or like the same beanie.
Now, that's a good question. Wiping of the socks will come to that, inshallah. Now, this one, I cannot wipe over this. This is not, we'll come to the imama, okay, because I can take it off and I do it. So, shimar, what is shimar?
Let's say the one you wrap, like it's harder to take off.
There's the imama, there's 3 types of imama. Imama, that's you wear it, it doesn't have a tail, but it's wrapped on your head. The imama that comes here like this, okay, and the imama that has a tail, okay. So Ibn Uthaymin says, any of this imama you can wipe it, but you can't use this because you can take it off. So imama min ya'ummu, it wraps your head properly, it's tied, okay, so you just wipe over it. And sisters can wipe over the head scarf as well, because it's on your head tied, isn't it? But this is not tied. You take it out. Tupi is not. You can't do that. You can't wipe over that. You can't. I'm good.
It's going to relate to this. So but it's about the head. So if the socks is below the ankle, you can't do muscle on it.
No.
If the hat doesn't cover your whole hair, does it fulfill?
No. That's as long as it's imama. That's imama. Shaykh Uthaymin says imama is on the head, isn't it? That's it. That's imama, because the name is imama, isn't it? That's imama. Yeah. Like for example, I'll give another thing. They say, we're going to cover this woolen socks and leather socks. The woolen socks is weak hadith. Mughira bin Shu'bah, hadith is da'if. Okay, but then the argument is Sahaba did it. The Sahaba did not wear Calvin Klein socks and expensive clothes. They had the socks in Sahaba, they had a hole on it. As Sufyan al-Thawri said, they wiped over it. The jawrab, the woolen socks, Umar, Ali, the Sahaba did it. Ibn Qayyim mentioned over 30 Sahaba, they practiced it. And they're authentic. So Sahaba practiced over woolen socks. So Ibn Uthaymin says, you have a sock, thin layers of socks. you can wipe over them because it's a socks, still a socks. Even if it's a small hole, you can do it. You can do it, inshallah. Rukhsa, we can practice, nothing to say you can't. So, yeah, we cover this jawrab and inshallah, and the khuf chapter comes.
Women wiping over their scarf fully.
Yeah, fully. Yeah, same thing as we
I've done wudu in the morning.
So before,
But
before they put the headscarf,
if I mean, yeah, obviously, yeah. No, the ruling for the imam, even if they have wudu, take it off, and if they put it back on again, the hukum of that is not like hukum of the socks. Two different hukum. It's the same. It's the same hukum.
So if you're at college and university and stuff,
Yeah.
and you're taking it off with their men, for example, let's say,
Yeah.
they can wipe over their.
Yeah. As I said, it have to be covered. You have to tie with, like the brothers wearing this, you can't wipe over these things because you can take it off. Sisters, when they put the khimar or whatever they put on the head, it's tied on the head. They can't take it off. It's can't. They just wipe over it, inshallah. Yeah.
Yeah, usually they use clip and stuff, woman.
Yeah.
So with that one, they have.
Yeah, it's tied, isn't it? It's tied on the head. So yeah, they can wipe over it, inshallah. Go on.
like I mentioned, when you start with the hands, that's the sunnah.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to the arm up to the elbows, that includes the hands in that part. So
Yeah,
in that part,
no. Yeah, the hand, the hand is from here to here, isn't it? The cuff. This is the cuff. We're talking about cuff. The palm. The palm is different part of the hand. So this is sunnah. So if I have water, I'm just washing the hand. That's what Prophet did. Yeah, that's sunnah. But if I were to go and start wudu and start with my nose and then wash my face and do normal, and that's okay. That's enough. I've done the wajib. This is sunnah. This is not wajib. The ulama have sent and.
you know, when after you wash your face, you go onto the arms. There's that part you start from the hand.
Yeah. You wash it. Yeah. Yeah.
You mentioned right at the beginning when we were recapping about now just
Yeah.
So if somebody was in a swimming pool and they made wudu in a swimming pool, the water that comes from when they made wudu that's dripping into the pool, does that the man mustaqman, does that make the pool mustaqman?
No. It doesn't. The used water is pure. You know, if you wash your face and the water that's on your beard, you can get the water and then wipe the mess of it. It's used pure water. Yeah.
What stops like, because a pool is also is the whole,
Yeah.
and then you have man mustaqman from the wudu, so the whole and the mustaqman is mixing, so does it not become mustaqman?
No, the water which is used are not impure because it's not impure substance to make it impure, and the color taste will not change. So, but the swimming water is they put liquid, isn't it? Chlorine, yeah. So I will not make wudu there anyway. Will not make wudu there anyway. I use tap water anyway. So yeah, it's okay. Go on.
I just so with regards to when you do as in like so the ghusl of the arm, would you do it from as in like from the wrist, or would you do it from like
When
so basically after you wash the face, would you basically wash
because
from the
when you wash, you have to use the palm anyway. So like this, all of it.
so,
Yeah.
so including, and the second one was if you've got the imama on, would you need to do wudu before?
The imam don't have the hukum of the socks. Yeah, it doesn't have the imam don't have the. It doesn't apply. Yeah, imam is different. The socks, the hadith, Zayd bin Arqam, the hadith said that 1 day for muqim and 3 days for musafir is for the socks. For the socks, hukum of the ruling of the socks, not the imama. I never read hadith of the imama ruling like that.
Is that not where the qiyas comes from though, for the
We say qiyas, but we have a text to say it's for the socks only. So I can really look into that. But go on, akhi.
Sheikh,
Barakallahu feek.
Muyak.
When we said, for example, the hunting dogs, they catch the animal.
The prey.
Yeah. So how comes we don't have to? How comes it's like we don't need to like clean it with dust, but if they touch, because their saliva would like touch the animal.
This is what the ayah is in it. فَكُلُوا مِمَّا أَمْسَكْنَا عَلَيْكُمْ. Eat from that what we have catch for you. So the dog is the one who catched it and bit on that, and he didn't do anything else. He trained him. He got the prey and he gave it to you. So Allah is saying, eat from it. Allah didn't say wash it. So there's scholars, the Imam Malik, Imam Zuhri and others said, the dog is tahir, from that, it's pure. Which, understand? But another hadith says, no, clean it.
You're gonna wash the meat anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, you're going to wash it anyway. So the other hadith says wash it 7 times. Okay? So, but medically it's proven that they do carry saliva, they carry najas and things like that. So we wash it, yeah, we wash it. But you're going to wash it, as the brother said, yeah.
I've heard this opinion that it's a hukm shari'i, so like there's not a wisdom behind it, but we do it because it's ordered.
Yeah.
So does that apply to that?
Which one?
We wash it 7 times with dust, but not to fulfill the reason of taking away.
Okay, the illah is to wash it,
Yeah,
to remove the.
there's no maqsad.
Maqsad is the maqsad is that if you wash it 7 times to clean it up. That thing is got so much najasa that will take 7 times to remove the bacteria. Okay, so that's the illah, yeah. But we have liquid that enough to remove it if you wash it properly. Once that's how strong it is, liquid, to clean the dirt and the bacteria. So if you wash it, you can wash. Actually, I would wash it 7 times. If for example, you had a dog licked on your container, you want to use it, go home, clean it with the liquid 7 times. Clean it, yeah. I will do it, yeah, because you can't get the dust. Where are you going to go? Tamzir or something? You can't. So use the liquid that you have 7 times. Just to suffice it. Go on.
Inshallah, when I have a beard, do I wipe it or do I run my hands through it?
Takhleel. Okay, takhleel I forgot to mention. Takhleel are 2 types. Takhleel in your finger like this, passing your finger between your fingers, and the finger on your feet as well, with your this finger, with the left. No, I'm coming to that. Another takhleel is takhleel on your beard. You passing your finger through your beard. Okay. Now, the ulama says if your beard is thick, you don't have to do it because it's difficult to take the water in. If it's thin, you have to make the water go on your skin, so you have to do takhleel of it. Now, takhleel, what's the hukum of takhleel? Some says wajib, Jumhur says sunnah, so is Ibn Qudama as well. Based on the hadith that Prophet, in the hadith that we have read, and the ayah of the Quran, Allah said, wash your face, never say takhleel. Okay? Wash your face. And all the hadith that Sahaba narrated, they said, they never mentioned about takhleel. But there's a hadith with Anas bin Malik that he saw Prophet make wudu, he took the water under his jaw and he did takhleel of his beard. But he did it, he didn't command it. So it's not wajib. Takhleel is not wajib in your wudu. But if you want to do it, you can do it on your finger, on your fingernail as well. The fingers on your feet, you can do that, and on your beard as well, yeah. So you don't have to do it.
Just 2 last questions, inshallah. You know, like the qaida where if an action is attached with punishment, it's a major sin.
Yeah.
Is there a qaida where loss of reward makes something haram, or can it be makruh?
Lot of reward?
Is there a qaida where loss of reward makes something haram? Did you mention that?
Lot of reward.
Loss.
Or lots of, lots of reward. The brother asking the question, major sin. How would you know something major sin? Major sin we know when Allah Azza wa Jal threatened the punishment with the fire, or Jahannam, or Allah's wrath, or curse. So this is major sin. Or every action attached with the punishment. So that's major sin. The fornicators, if they're married, they're stoned to death. Or if they're not, they're lashed 80 times. So this is major sin. Okay? So here the loss of reward, like if you have a dog, okay, unnecessarily just having a dog, and to lose one mountain of good reward and 2 mountains of good reward is a major sin. I can't give hukum, but I can read on that. But it shows it's a huge loss, and it's not good. For Allah to remove your good deed like this, having a dog, could be major sin. Allah knows best. Maybe there's opinions. But even though if you don't know that, but would you want to have a dog and you have seen the good deed that removed from you like that? La. Maybe you've done a major sin, that's why Allah removing it. Allah knows best. But it's not praiseworthy to have a dog. If you're going to be like this, unnecessarily have to own a dog like this, you don't need a dog. So there's no hajj, there's no need for it. But I'll look into it, if it's a major sin or not. That'll be good. Yeah, loss of good deed. Does it make it a major sin? Subhanallah. So, Jazakumullah khair. I'll tell you that next week. Khalas. Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
Do the sisters wipe their head, mash of Ras head, the way we do it? Yeah, exactly same as we do it. So it starts from the front of the head, you go back of the head, and you bring it where you started from. Just same as men have to do. So exactly same. So there's no difference on that. Yeah. Okay? So.